Have you ever stopped to think about the conversations happening inside your own mind? Those quiet, persistent whispers shaping every decision you make, telling you what you can or can't achieve, what you're worthy of, or where you'll fail before even trying. If those whispers feel more like a critic than a cheerleader, you're not alone. But here's the truth, they don't have to stay that way. You see, your mind is not fixed. It's not this unchangeable script handed to you at birth. It's a powerful, malleable tool, one that can be rewritten, reshaped, and completely transformed. And that's where mental reprogramming comes in. It's not some distant, mystical concept. It's science. It's real. And it has the potential to completely alter the trajectory of your life. Imagine this. In just 21 days, you could start to break free from self-doubt, erase deeply rooted negative beliefs, and finally tap into the limitless potential waiting inside you. Think about that for a second. What could you accomplish if your mind was working with you instead of against you? I remember the first time I truly understood this. I'd been stuck in a cycle of frustration, wanting to change, knowing I was capable of more, but feeling like something invisible was holding me back. It felt like I was carrying an anchor everywhere I went. And then I learned that anchor wasn't the outside world, my circumstances, or even my past. It was my own mind. And the most incredible part, I had the power to cut it loose all along. That's exactly what this video is about. Showing you that you're not stuck. You're not bound by the limitations you think you have. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you the tools to reprogram your mind starting today. Not tomorrow, not when the timing feels right, but right now. Because if you've been waiting for a sign to start living the life you know you deserve, this is it. Let's dive in and uncover the hidden power of mental reprogramming together. Now, let's get into the fascinating part, the science behind mental reprogramming. Because this isn't just motivational talk or wishful thinking. It's backed by how your brain works at its core. Your mind operates like a high-powered supercomputer, and the subconscious is its operating system. But here's the catch. This system was mostly programmed by the time you were about 7 years old. Think about that. So much of what you believe about yourself, your potential, and the world around you is based on patterns and stories created when you were a child. Some of those patterns may serve you, but many of them, they're outdated, limiting, and downright false. And here's where it gets interesting. Your brain has a remarkable ability called neuroplasticity. This means that your neural pathways, those connections that shape your habits, thoughts, and behaviors, aren't set in stone. They're constantly being reshaped based on what you focus on, repeat, and reinforce. Essentially, your brain is like a garden, and every thought is a seed. The thoughts you nurture grow stronger, while the ones you ignore wither away. Let me give you an example. Imagine you've been telling yourself, "I'm not good with money." Over time, that belief becomes a pathway, a well-worn trail in your brain. It's easy to walk that path because it feels familiar. But what if you start planting a new seed? What if you start saying, "I'm learning to manage money with confidence"? At first, it might feel unnatural, like trying to cut through a jungle instead of taking the old, beaten trail. But with repetition and intention, that new path becomes stronger, and eventually, the old one fades. I know this works because I've seen it firsthand. There was a time when I believed I wasn't capable of speaking confidently in public. Every time I tried, my hands would shake, and my mind would go blank. But when I started using reprogramming techniques, affirmations, visualization, and practicing gratitude, I began to see a shift. Slowly but surely, the fear gave way to clarity, and today, speaking like this feels second nature. This isn't magic, it's the power of rewiring your brain. And here's the best part, you don't have to wait years to see results. Studies show that consistent effort over just 21 days can start forming new neural pathways. That's all it takes to begin rewriting the script you've been living by. So, the question isn't whether you can reprogram your mind. The question is, are you willing to put in the work? Because when you do, the possibilities are endless. Alright, So now you might be wondering, why 21 days? Why is that number so significant when it comes to reprogramming your mind? Let me break it down for you. The idea comes from research that shows it takes about 3 weeks of consistent effort to start forming new habits. Think of it like training your brain to walk a new path. At first, the path is overgrown, it's unfamiliar, uncomfortable, and your mind wants to snap back to the old, well-trodden trail. But with daily repetition, something incredible happens. Your brain starts to adapt. It begins carving out that new path, making it stronger and easier to follow. By the end of 21 days, you've laid the foundation for a lasting change. Now, let me be clear, this isn't about magically transforming your entire life in 3 weeks. It's about momentum. It's about showing your brain that a new way of thinking is possible. Once you hit that 21-day mark, you'll start to notice something powerful. What felt hard at the beginning now feels natural. But let's dig a little deeper. Why is this timeline so important? Because your brain thrives on consistency. Every time you repeat a new behavior or reinforce a positive thought, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine, the feel-good hormone. This creates a reward loop, making you want to continue the new habit. Over time, this repetition strengthens the neural connections in your brain, locking in the new belief or behavior. I've seen this play out in my own life. I used to have a habit of waking up and immediately scrolling through my phone, a habit that drained my energy before the day even began. One day, I decided to change that. For 21 days, I committed to a new morning routine. Instead of reaching for my phone, I spent the first 10 minutes journaling gratitude and visualizing my goals. At first, it was tough. I felt the pull of my old habits. But by the 3rd week, it wasn't just a routine. It became something I looked forward to, and the shift in my energy and focus was undeniable. Here's the takeaway: 21 days isn't just a number. It's a gateway. It's enough time to prove to yourself that change is possible. And once you experience that shift, you'll realize something profound. If you can change one habit, you can change another and another. It becomes a ripple effect that transforms your life. So, if you're ready to take control of your mind, all I'm asking is for you to commit to these next 21 days. Because what you do in the coming weeks has the power to redefine your entire future. Now that we've laid the foundation, let's get to the heart of it, the tools and techniques that will help you reprogram your mind effectively over the next 21 days. These aren't complex or time-consuming, but their impact can be life-changing when practiced consistently. 1. Affirmations. Rewriting the script. Affirmations are like planting seeds in the garden of your mind. They're short, powerful statements that replace negative beliefs with empowering ones. But here's the key: they have to be personal, present tense, and emotionally charged. For example, instead of saying, "I will be successful," say, "I am successful and capable of achieving my goals." Do you feel the difference? When you say it like it's already true, your brain begins to believe it. A tip: write your affirmations down and say them out loud every morning and evening. The more you repeat them, the more they sink into your subconscious. 2. Visualization. Creating your future reality. Visualization is about more than just imagining a better life. It's about stepping into that reality with your senses fully engaged. Close your eyes and see yourself achieving your goals, whether it's a thriving career, stronger relationships, or better health. Picture every detail: how it feels, what it smells like, the sounds around you. The more vivid the picture, the more your brain interprets it as real, creating the neural pathways to make it happen. For example, if your goal is financial freedom, imagine yourself opening a bank statement that shows your dream balance. Feel the excitement. The brain doesn't differentiate between what's real and vividly imagined. That's the power you're tapping into. 3. Gratitude journaling. Focusing on the positive gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift your mindset. Why? Because what you focus on expands. Every day, write down at least 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. Maybe it's the way the sun felt on your skin, a good conversation, or the simple fact that you woke up healthy. This practice rewires your brain to look for the positive, even in challenging situations. Over time, you'll notice how your perspective shifts, and suddenly, your life feels more abundant even if nothing external has changed yet. 4. The power of repetition. Why daily practice matters. Here's the thing. None of these tools work if they're used sporadically. Consistency is the secret ingredient. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes each day to practice these techniques. Treat it like brushing your teeth, a non-negotiable part of your routine. The compound effect of these small, daily actions will blow your mind. 5. Meditation and mindfulness. Quieting the noise. Finally, I want to talk about the role of meditation. This isn't just about relaxation, it's about training your mind to stay present and focused. When you meditate, you create space between your thoughts and emotions, giving you control over what you choose to believe. Even 5 minutes of mindfulness a day can help you reset your mental patterns and strengthen your awareness. Here's what I love about these techniques. They don't require any fancy equipment or extensive training. All they ask is your commitment. And let me tell you, when you stick with these practices for 21 days, you'll start to feel the shift not just in your mind, but in the way the world responds to you. Because when you change the way you think, you change everything. Now let's talk about what happens when you commit to reprogramming your mind, how this process can transform your life from the inside out. Because the benefits aren't just theoretical. They're real, tangible, and profoundly impactful. 1. Clarity and focus like never before. One of the first things you'll notice is a sense of clarity. Those endless spirals of self-doubt and overthinking, they start to fade. With your mind no longer cluttered by negative beliefs, you'll be able to focus on what truly matters. You'll start seeing your goals clearly, breaking them down into actionable steps, and moving forward with purpose. Imagine waking up each day with a clear vision of where you're heading and the confidence to get there. 2. A confidence you can feel when you replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Your self-confidence skyrockets. Suddenly, the things that once seemed impossible now feel achievable. That inner voice, the one that used to say, "I'm not good enough," transforms into a cheerleader reminding you, "You've got this." This shift doesn't just change how you see yourself, it changes how others see you. Confidence is magnetic, and when you start believing in yourself, the world reflects that belief back to you. 3. Greater resilience to life's challenges. Life isn't going to stop throwing curveballs. But here's the thing, reprogramming your mind makes you resilient. You'll find that setbacks no longer define you, they become lessons. Challenges that once felt overwhelming now feel like stepping stones. Why? Because you're not operating from a place of fear or scarcity anymore. Instead, you approach life with a mindset of abundance and adaptability. 4. Improved relationships. When you shift your internal dialogue, it's not just you who changes, your relationships do too. You'll find yourself attracting healthier, more supportive connections because the energy you radiate is different. Old patterns of conflict or insecurity start to dissolve, replaced by a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Whether it's with a partner, friends, or family, your relationships flourish when your mindset is rooted in positivity and growth. 5. Unlocking your true potential. Here's the big one. Reprogramming your mind unlocks the potential you didn't even realize was there. Those dreams and ambitions you've been holding back, they finally have room to grow. You start taking action, not because you feel pressured to, but because you genuinely believe in your ability to succeed. It's like flipping a switch. Suddenly, you're no longer held back by fear, and the possibilities feel endless. 6. A deeper sense of inner peace. This might be the most underrated benefit of all. Peace. Reprogramming your mind quiets the inner critic, replacing it with a voice of compassion and self-acceptance. You'll start to feel aligned not just with your goals, but with yourself. And that feeling, it's priceless. It's waking up and knowing, deep down, that you're on the right path. What I love about these benefits is how they build on each other. Clarity leads to confidence, confidence creates resilience, and resilience opens the door to deeper connections and fulfillment. It's a ripple effect, one small shift in your mindset creating waves of transformation in every area of your life. And here's the best part, this isn't reserved for a select few. These benefits are available to anyone willing to put in the effort, including you. So, as we move into the final part of this journey, I want you to reflect on this. What could your life look like 21 days from now if you started today? Before we move on, let me ask you something. Are you finding value in what we've covered so far? If this is opening your mind and inspiring you to take control of your life, then make sure to hit that like button. It helps more people discover this powerful message. And if you're ready to dive deeper into topics like reprogramming your mind, manifesting your dreams, and unlocking your true potential, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss the tools and insights that can transform your reality. Your journey of growth starts with small actions, and subscribing might just be the next step. Alright, let's keep going. So, here we are, the final step of this journey together. We've uncovered the science behind mental reprogramming, explored why 21 days is a game changer, and learned practical tools to reshape your mindset. But now comes the most important part, action. Everything we've discussed, the affirmations, the visualization, the gratitude journaling, it's all meaningless unless you commit to showing up for yourself. Because, let's be honest, change isn't easy. Your mind will resist. It will try to pull you back into old patterns. But here's the thing, the power to overcome that resistance is already within you. You just have to choose to use it. I want you to imagine this, 21 days from now, you wake up and feel a sense of clarity, confidence, and peace you haven't felt in years. You're not just reacting to life anymore, you're creating it. You're no longer held back by the doubts and fears that used to weigh you down. Instead, you're stepping into your potential, one intentional thought at a time. But this future version of you, it starts with a decision today. So, here's my challenge. For the next 21 days, commit to these practices. Start small if you need to, just 10 minutes a day, but show up consistently. Write down your affirmations, visualize your goals. Find gratitude in the everyday moments, and watch as your mind begins to shift, opening doors you didn't even realize were there. And don't go through this journey alone. Let us know in the comments what habits or beliefs you're working to reprogram. Share your progress, ask questions. This is a community of growth, and we're here to support each other. Remember, you are not your past. You are not your fears or limitations. You are a creator. And with the right tools and mindset, you can create a life that aligns with your dreams. So, let's start right now, not tomorrow. Not when things feel perfect, today, because your future self is waiting and they're ready for you to step into the life you deserve.